recently it's came to my attention that a lot of people have been leaving comments on my recent videos, kind of a little upset. It's not a majority, but there are definitely people who think that the content that I'm making is a bit too harsh, maybe a bit too negative, and a lot of it seems to be directed at the Ally. I've had people say, if you don't like the device so much, why don't you just return it? Now, let me start off by saying this. The only thing that I feel that is wrong with the device, and I'll literally take 5 seconds, is the battery and some software bugs. That's it. That's literally it. Everything else about this device is fantastic. Same thing goes for the Steam Deck and Switch. I could literally probably only find maybe one or two things wrong with them, but every single thing on this table has a right to be here. Now, with that, I'm not attacking any of these. And I hope you guys don't take it like that. I understand that when you've got half an hour at work to play a handheld device, that you might be a little offended if I say that it doesn't make sense in the market or something like that. I completely understand that. And understand that I'm not trying to make you feel dumb for your purchase. I'm not trying to make anybody feel silly. Now, I know my audience. I can check my YouTube data. I know that you guys aren't children, and I know that a lot of you guys are very passionate like I am, which is why I've decided to make content, and I'm glad that I have and that I found an audience who I can resonate with. Now, for me, what this device means for me, this is something that I take with me to work. This is something that doesn't ever hardly leave my side. I take it to my parents' house. I take it to the plane, to pretty much everywhere. And as sad as that sounds, that is something that for me is important to have. Growing up as a child, I almost always had some form of electronic on me. Whether you think that's good parenting, bad parenting, or what, that was just something I chose to do. I was a little bit more quiet when I was younger and kind of grew out of it to now I feel comfortable talking in front of an audience. But it wasn't always like that. I loved growing up playing my GameCube, Xbox 360. There was a lot of things that I could relate to in those games. And growing up, now there's an option to take these games with me. And not just some shizzy mobile games, that gotcha games, crap like that. Like those were fun for like a year. I actually want to play something that means something to me and isn't just dopamine hits over and over. So understand that when I'm making videos and I'm maybe being a little critical of one or two things about the device, it's not throw it overboard. It's not end of the world, guys. It is really just, I'm trying to get feedback out to people who are interested in maybe purchasing this device so that they can make an educated decision. I've found that a lot of these content creators are partnered with Asus or have been given devices for free, and mostly they just talk about specs. And you may feel the same way as me. As soon as I started watching that content, that was when I made my channel. Because I saw an opening. I saw that there was no one who was willing to actually maybe ruffle some feathers and talk about parts of the device that they might not like or something they may really like. So I'm giving you guys my opinion. Now, I'm just a 20-year-old. I live in Utah. Really, my opinion isn't incredibly all that important. It's just there for you guys to take. And most of the time, the comments are the best place for you guys to get incredible information. A lot of you guys in the comments are very well educated. You have a lot of these devices. There's guys down there who literally have almost every single handheld. Granted, you've probably built up a career, you can afford something like that. For me, I tend to make a big deal about these because $700 for something like this at my age is really not something I can just go every other month when the INEO or something like that comes out. The reason I bit on this and the Steam Deck is because they're accessible, they're available, and they make sense to people my age, they make sense to people your age. Hell, there might even be some 15, 16-year-olds who have been saving up some money that are interested in this. So I'm trying to make sure that they know what they're getting into. Because honestly, when I bought my Steam Deck, I got a lot of hate for this, and I won't even lie. I did not do that much research. I saw it on the Steam page all the time, and what I thought was, it's a gaming PC, right? But a handheld, and you can play all these games. If you're familiar with my channel, I like Game Pass. I like anti-cheat. I like all these things in games. I like Modern Warfare. There's so many games that I want to play that I couldn't play on here that no one told me about. And all I was met with was I'm dumb, I didn't do enough research, it's my fault. When all the content I was watching was, oh, the Steam Deck is so good for this reason, this reason, this reason. No one was willing to let me know what was bad about it. And I didn't want to actively search for it. I just wanted someone's honest opinion on what they liked, what they didn't like. And so far, everything I saw was just garbage. It was honestly just, and I don't mean that in like a super mean way. It was garbage for what I needed it for. As far as good content, of course it's good content. There are way better content creators than me, but there wasn't someone there to actually tell me what was up with the device. Now that we're about 2 weeks in, my game plan is I plan on compiling all the things that I've liked about this device, the Steam Deck, the Switch, all these different things, and that's what these next few videos are going to be about. Things that I've enjoyed and getting that out to people. Of course, I'm going to be mentioning, hey, if you want to hear about this issue that I had, go check my other video. But these first 2 weeks were about getting information out to the people who needed it so that they can make educated decisions, because this is all over my YouTube. I'm sure it's all over yours too. The Asus this, Asus that, Neo here, there. What am I supposed to purchase? You know what I mean? Like, as someone, say if I'm not where I'm at now and I don't have one of these, if I just clicked on a video where it was ETA Prime talking about how this game can emulate anything, and then the next one was about how great actually the battery life is if you run it here and there, and they're not actually talking about what they like and what they don't like, that's where things get a little mixed up for me, right? I'm a people person. I want to hear numbers and stuff, specs. If you're familiar with the channel, I'm not super, oh, this has got the Z185 whatever extreme millimeter chip. Like, there are obviously people who can do such a better job than me. I'm not that guy. I promise I'm trying to get better at it. But as far as like specs and stuff, I play it. I see what I like. If I think, oh my God, the battery is dying really quickly, let's write that down. How long did it take? What game was I playing? That's the kind of stuff that I'm taking note of. And all the other miscellaneous stuff, you guys love to inform me and roast me in the comments. And I thank you for it, because someone who's down there who sees that can get the most accurate information. I'm here for my opinion for you guys. I am the gamer's digester. I'm more of a critic than I am someone who is actively trying to just be non-biased as possible. If I was non-biased, I'd be ETA Prime. I'd be one of these other big guys whose main job is just to give you specs. They pretty much, what they get is a free handheld every month when they come out. They let you know, oh, this looks cool, it feels great. Go check it out. Links in the description if you want to use my code or whatever. I am not that guy. I am not that guy. I hope you guys have watched this far to get that. But yeah, I hope I've beaten that to death, but I understand what these devices mean to you guys. And I'm just going to reiterate, I am not attacking them at all. I am just here to give you guys what I think is important and not important, or vice, whatever. And I understand that some of you may work really long shifts every day. You may be away from home, you may be away from family, and this is maybe your way to connect with your son, or maybe this is some way that you have to just kind of escape the hell that we call life, So just know that I am not here to tell you that your decision was stupid or that I think you're dumb. You'll never ever hear me say that, and if I even hint at it, I don't mean it. Okay, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the feedback. Just know that all the negativity for the past 2 weeks that I've had to say about this is kind of going to start winding down. Now that things are getting fixed a little bit more, there's actual joystick replacements. If you guys haven't seen that, go look that up. There's actually, I think it's called Hall Effect. They're like magnetic joysticks, but the left joystick gets affected by this magnet back here. So there are things that are positive that are happening that I can start covering. So far, it's been negative for a few reasons. The battery, of course, there's no accessories. There's almost no coverage of this stuff. So I'm just trying to make as much content out of it as I can so I can reach as many people as possible. I've made $2 off of YouTube so far. So don't think that I'm doing this just to try to farm or any. I'm literally just doing this because I find this incredibly enjoyable, and it's an outlet for me to express kind of some creativity. So if you guys have stuck around this long, I appreciate you, and I welcome you guys as a part of this community, because honestly, it's just been incredible, and I love you guys. Um, I know that maybe most of the comments aren't necessarily supposed to be mean, and I'm not really taking them super personally, but yes, I don't hate this device. I'm not returning it. I have nothing wrong with it. I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad I purchased it. Um, I'm just trying to let people know that there are things about it that aren't perfect. So, um, with that being said, I guess I'll probably wind down here. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. This has been incredible. I just hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. We are officially monetized. Um, and now it's kind of just, I might chill out on the videos a little bit, maybe one per day. I know I kind of do 2 to 3, but now that we've addressed most of the issues and concerns, now I can kind of start winding down, taking more time per video. If that's something that you guys would prefer, let me know. I know that, I watch VODs that are like 5 hours from my favorite streamers. So content, the amount of content isn't an issue for me that I can give out to you guys. It's how much am I doing before you guys get annoyed. So if you have a preference, you can let me know. I'm not going to get offended. If you would prefer maybe a video every other day, video every 3 days, one a day, I would love that feedback. And I might make a community post about it, because I'm kind of all over the place. I could literally probably make 5 videos a day if I wanted to. They'd get a little repetitive, but like I don't really have the brakes. I don't know when to push the brakes. So if you guys have any feedback for me, I would love that. But I just need to end the video here. I could just keep going forever, you guys, but I really do appreciate you. And with that, I've been the Gamer's Digester. If you guys appreciated the video, if you like the honesty and want more of it, there will be more. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, share with your friends if you feel like what I said has resonated with you. But with that, go grab a drink, kick back, relax, and enjoy the weekend. Peace.